going out, people? Just getting set up. Okay, so we're gonna go in with some splatter effects and start working on the background. Okay, so we're gonna go in with some splatter effects and start working on the background. Okay, so we're gonna go in with some splatter effects.
So we're going to do 3 different colors. I don't care if the overspray catches the edge like that. Not a big deal. Kind of want that in there. This is on a 144-pound paper. We kind of just want to get the first color in, really off the edges. And all the way to the edge of the tape. We don't need a lot of paint. We just need coverage. Let's do this one here. This would be pretty cool. Gonna overlap some. Let's put this one right here. This will look good. So basically, we're doing a pop art watch, something I want to do for a while. Let's go with this one. I like the curvature on it. Do all these corners. Let's do this one here. Light layers. Now we'll put this up here and switch out our color. Actually, you know what? We'll go in with a little bit of texture. Just right over everything. Do this one here. Put this one through here, like that. All about working in light layers and get your desired effect. Like I like this shield because I can hit this whole area with right through here. Maybe a little bit of this down here. What's up? If you're there, say hello. Don't be shy. Now we'll switch out the color. Real quick. Be right back. I gotta make some solution. All right, now we can clean the brush up. So now we're gonna run yellow get you guys a better view of what we're doing. So I'm using all Wicked colors today. Using the Wicked W087 Opaque Daylight Blue. That's the first color for the background for the pop art piece. Second color going in is going to be Wicked 0052 Wicked Detailed Yellow. And I'm doing it at about 5 drops reducer, 2 drops Wicked color. That way I don't have to use a lot of paint. It's thin, but spray it light and you'll be good. Do a little test spray. And I'm mixing all my colors in my cup today, my actual airbrush cup. The yellow's gonna get a little bit more attention than the blue in some spots. Okay, we'll take our splatter template and we will just try to find one that fits in between what we already did. We'll start this corner down here so we can get an idea. I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of a shift when I put the yellow over top of the blue. You'll get yellow in the spot where I really want the yellow, and then over top of the blue we'll get kind of like a hintish of a greenish type color. Kind of want them to show through some of the blue, so it's a greenish color. Because the next color going over top is going to be very opaque. I'll work around the edge here. Let's find this one will do good for the edge. And just pop in all the yellow there. Pop in the yellow there. And just work around. Picking random, same shapes, but just going a different way with them. We tint that blue green, so it's like we got a couple colors coming off. This will be nice right here. dry it down. Do gap fillers. Spray half, as we do have another color coming in. But yellow's a classic pop art color. The blue as well. I'm trying to stay pretty classic with this piece. One between. Like that up here, we need to cover up the white, put a little green in the middle, cover up this white. Remember, it's your art, you do whatever you want with it. Excuse my coughing. COVID really is not going away per se. And we'll throw some yellow in here. Those off the corners. Not too heavy. Make sure them all dry down before I go back in. Put a nice cover up all these corners. Now the yellow, I want to put some stripes in here. Like that. Put some curve, little body to the watch. Nothing serious. Flip it over, go this way, make sure this is down. And just put a little streak through here. Very subtle. Subtlety is key when it comes to stuff like this. Now we'll rinse and go with a really opaque color. Same mixture. This one's gonna be nice and bright. Mix it up inside the cup. Now this one we're gonna work all the main spots. And long runs too. Want that red to be popping. Come down here, out the corner. And we're gonna do this and get all of them. Like that. Now we'll start doing our edges. The idea is to go through and try and cover as much white as we can. Hey, what's going on, man? It's going pretty good. I got this watch. I got my watch already done underneath, and I cut out an exact replica of it to put it over it, and now I'm just putting the background in, like a paint splatter effect. I'm gonna do a pop art style watch. I appreciate you showing up, Dean. Very cool. So right now, we're doing is we're running long sections with red and a splatter template. Been wanting to do a pop art piece for like a true pop art piece for a while, and I was really excited about doing this. That's looking pretty good. We're gonna have one more color, so I'll leave. I don't want it to be uniform, but I kind of want it to have some. Let's go right on the edge here. I want it to be random, but kind of uniform at the same time. Dry all that down. I really appreciate you showing up, man. I do. Means a lot to me. So now we're going to rinse out the cup. And we're going to put the final color on there. I literally just decided to throw this color in now after looking at it. And I think I might either dust over everything with it or put some splatters in, not sure yet. This color we're going to use is the Cratex Colors Wicked Opaque Dioxazine Purple 0088. You can get that from spraygunner.com. That's where I get all my stuff. I'm using my GSI Krios 276 side feed with the 0.3 needle nozzle. I usually use my 0.2. I had to convert it to 0.2. But not today. Not for the heavy lifting. So about 3-2 mixture. Paint to reducer. That's 3 drops of reducer, 2 drops of paint. Because this is heavy paper. And it's an archival Lita art paper. 144 pound. Yeah, the purple's going to sit nice on top of all of this. Yeah, we dig it. Basically just at random. Mostly where all the white parts are. There's a gap filler. Like that. We'll throw this over here like this. Go into the corner. And just go around and try to eliminate as much of the white as possible. use parts of the template and not whole parts. Like that. This is just supposed to be a fun, colorful piece that I enjoy doing. And so far, I'm having a blast. I'm being serious. Last couple of pieces I did I love them. And I like them. They're fun, but this is just cool. We're really going to tighten up all the edges. So I'm going to start on this edge and go all the way around. And really just half spray the edge. Oh, we got some white in there. Oh, that's cool, Dean. I can't wait to see what you do, man. I've done a little bit of everything. I've always wanted to do pieces like this. And I have as much fun through this whole piece as I'm having right now. I am going to... This might be my thing. Like, everybody has a thing, right? Like, you dabble. If a customer says, hey, I want skulls or this, and can you do it on a bike helmet? You're like, yeah. I mean, you tell them exactly what you can do. You don't lie to them and tell them, if you can't do realistic, this is what I can do, and show them some stuff you did or her. But everyone ends up going into like a niche. And that's what I was struggling with for a long time. I like doing the Chicano art and everything like that. But I wanted to do something that I always have fun doing. I love my fine art pieces that I do, the little 4x6s. So when I peel this back, let's check it out. Yes, that watch is definitely underneath or sitting on top of the paint splatter. And I love timepieces. Like every sort of timepiece you could think of, I love. So yeah, that's sitting on top pretty nicely. I like it. So let's take this off. Throw my cover off. And see what my outline underneath fully looks like. Oh yeah, man, that's coming out pretty dope already. I like it. I really, really like it. Pretty cool. Could actually take the purple, it's already in here and it's dark enough color, and shadow this side of the watch. Maybe a little shadow. Just hit the template. Like that. Just find stuff that works. To really push the watch forward. Not worried about overspray because this thing's going to get multicolored like crazy. I know who Dread Effects is. Yo, that dude's cool, man. I watch him do that skull. He uses all paints that I'm going to test out. He did the skull and he put his Dread FX logo in it. In the ring. That dude's a wicked great artist, man. I like him. Very down to earth, too. I've seen him on a couple live feeds. And in my opinion, people were a little bit rude to him, and then I haven't seen him since. Which you find that from time to time. It's very odd that you find that in the airbrush community, but you do. I've come across some people I'm not too fond of. So let's do the edges all the way up with some purple. The light dust. Yeah, I like that Dread FX guy, man. He's cool. Super great artist. He uses the, what do you call it, paint? The high gold. Yeah, dope means good in the U.S. Depending on who you know, man. Like, if you're like, hey, you got some dope, you're going to get some dope, right? LOL. YouTube, I'm sorry, don't demonetize me. So we got that in. Let's see if these will show up on corners where there's some white. Yep, we dig it. Kind of like a paint splatter camouflage. Light blues, dark blues, greens, and you want the busy background. Kind of want to fill in the white areas a little bit. I see a lot of people let white show through. That's not what I want to do. So I can just go through and dust the white areas with the purple, and it won't hurt the painting at all. Like that. Nice colorful background for the Vince Serial watch that we got. Yeah, that's sitting on top nicely. Let that dry down. That is paper. Like I've stated. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my template for the watch and put it here. We're going to rinse out the cup. And I'm just going to spray on top of the template near the edge with black to push the watch forward. A little bit more. So we're going to do a quick cup rinse. Oh, you guys did a gas tank together. That's cool. Yeah, I like that dude, man. I really do like him. I think he's a stand-up dude, from what I can tell. He wants to show people art and how he does art. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think it's awesome. If I lived in the UK, I definitely would be hooking up with that dude just to hang out and get some tips here and there, you know? Wouldn't hurt. Since black's so close to purple, I'm not going to worry about cleaning. As long as it sprays a little bit clean at first. I'm going to mix it right in my cup. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take or should I take gray? I'm going to take the Wicked W018 Wicked Gloss Black. And like I said, I get all my paints and my airbrushes and accessories from Spray Gunner. In the description of this video, when it posts, I have all the links to what I use, where I get my excuse me, paint. But I'll tell you what, if I like the Golden High Flow paints, I am going to throw them into the mix. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, stay in touch with people like that. Are awesome. They'll teach you a lot of stuff, and I just like cool people, you know. So what I'm cup mixing right now is about 5 drops reducer, 4011 by Cratex. I don't need a lot of paint. And 1 drop Gloss Black. So I can get more or less a transparent black. But I don't want it too wet. Because if it's too wet, it'll soak the paper. Even though it's 144 pound archival Lita art paper, which I love, it still will soak it up. So we're just gonna follow the edge. You know what, I'm gonna make it, that's a little bit too transparent. So I'm just hitting the edge of my template. And letting the overspray work for me. Move these down a little bit. Let that dry up a little bit. Take a quick peek. See if we got to do a couple more passes. We might. Yeah, a couple more passes. Got a little bit of dry tip interfering. All right. And that should do it right there. So let me check your comments out. David, does the top feed annoy you when you're doing fine work? What's your thoughts on side feed? Okay, so my thoughts on side feed, this is kind of like a mixed review. I'll give you the review. Let me get this off of here real quick. So if we can see if we got that pushback 3D effect. And we do. Now the watch is forward. Okay, so check it out. This is my go-to airbrush for everything. And I use all GSI Creos. Like I said, I get them from Spray Gunner. This is my 289. This came with a 0.3 needle nozzle set. I contacted Spray Gunner. Excuse me. They were real cool. And I asked them, can I convert this into a 0.2? And they says, yeah. So my thought was the same as yours, is when I was going in to do fine stuff, I was going in to do something like this without turning my gun to the side. If I needed to be straight on, the cup was getting in the way for me. I was like, what am I doing? So I'd move my head at an angle, and I got used to brushing on the side. Then I says, you know what, I'm going to get a side feed. So when I grab a side feed and I go straight in, I'm good to go. One drawback with the side feed that I have noticed is that if I put 3 drops reducer in here, if I say we go 1-to-1, I put 3 drops 4011 reducer and 3 drops daylight blue, cup mix it. That'll last me for, it seems like 20 minutes, right? That's just 3 drops of each. When you use a side feed, for some reason, and everybody says this too, when you use a side feed, for some reason, I can do the same amount. 3 drops rejuicer, 3 drops paint, and it feels like, there's no joke. It feels like within under a minute, you're spraying and nothing's coming out. This sucks in paint way faster, so you use more paint with the side feed, but it is out of your way, because the original train of thought I had was I was going to convert this into the 0.2. What's up, Paul? I was going to convert this into the 0.2, so when I got in to do the fine detail, right, the cup's out of the way. I was using so much paint that I converted this into the 0.2, which is my 289. And I got so used to painting, instead of painting dead on, I do with templates, like my splatter template that I use today for the background on this piece. I went as straight on as possible. But when I go in here and start coloring in, I can use this on the side like this because I got used to doing it. And I can run straight lines, dead on straight lines from the side. I can side feed, I can do, or side fade, I can do anything. Paul, if you're just joining us now, this is the watch we're doing. This is my paper cutout, so I can do all the paint splatter in the back. And here's my actual photo. That was a pain to do, but we got it done. And this is the best watch I've done so far. What we're going to do is we're doing pop art. So, thanks, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with watches and timepieces and do them in pop art style. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the band, most likely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and cut around the dial and put the band on real good. Little overspray here and there, don't matter, it's pop art. But I think I'm going to block off the band really, really good. And then I'm going to go in and we're going to do, I'm going to do all the dial pieces orange. And the hands red. And, inside the dial here, we're just going to do different multicolors. Then I'll go back through with the paintbrush and do automatic and Vincerio and stuff like that. But we're going to basically cartoon the face with a real watch band and with a pop art background. And that's the goal. Because I'm a huge fan of pop art. I like the way it looks. I think it looks cool. I think pop art watches will look dope. But yeah, Dean, like I says, I'm going to raise the camera up a little bit. Like I said, the side feed, it takes up more paint. But now, like if you're doing something like a car, right? If you're doing something like a car and you're going to fill your side feed cup up to the top and throw the cap on it, yeah, no problem. But if we're doing pieces like this, like I still have a quarter of this cup left of black, transparent black. And I'll show you. So here is my little paint wash bucket. I literally have a quarter cup of black. And let's see how long it takes. So let's go full blast on. Let me dial it back. Let me get the dry tip out so we get a steady stream. And let's see how long it takes for the black to run out. Let me unclog it first. Probably be a good idea, right? I have been having difficulties with this side feed for the last couple days. Yeah, usually this thing blasts out. There it is. Okay, I got a quarter cup. I'm going to spray it till it's out. Just full on spray. Quarter cup of paint. That's it. And I will show you. I will stick this in here to see how much paint comes out. The remnants, right? Now if I take a little bit of my soap and my water, throw it in, I'll fill this cup to the top for you. That's to the top. I can't even move it. Now I go in and just let her rip, right? This is how I clean my bucket too. So you got it all the way to the top. And that's it. Probably could get a little bit more if I shake it. But some gets caught. Some gets caught in here. And you want to see if there's any water in there? No water. And the other thing about side feeds is the side plug, because you can make it left-handed or right-handed. As this right here gets paint on it and in here, so you, when you clean it out, clean out in here, clean out in here, make sure it's good. Pull the needle out, clean the needle, put the needle back in. So I love the side feed for a big project. If I was doing a 20 by 20 canvas and I was going all black, this thing would be pretty cool because I'm just running lines. But conventional double action airbrushes like the 289 or my fine detail 771 GSI Creos PS 771 that has to get sent back to them because there's something wrong with it. Yeah, top feed. If you don't want to keep refilling your cup every 5 seconds, top feed. They last forever. And I have a quick connect hose, so we can take water and do the test. So if let's put a quarter cup of this in here, right? Oh, let's do half a cup. Don't hurt to rinse out my brush. Now with half a cup, this will literally take forever. Full blast. It's literally not even going down. I could clean out this whole bucket with a quarter of a cup. Or half a cup. That'll last forever. I actually have to dump this out. And then clean it out because the solution I use to clean my airbrushes is this is one part soap filled up to the top of warm water and 5 capfuls of isopropyl alcohol. That cleans my airbrushes out quick, fast, and efficient. But yeah, so to recap the colors we used for the background today, we used the Wicked 0015 Crimson Red. That's the red in there. Excuse me from reaching over. I got a new setup. I have a drafting table now. The blue in here is Wicked W087 Opaque Daylight Blue. And then the yellow that we have in here is the Detailed Yellow by Wicked. Create Text, all Create Text colors. 0052 Wicked Detailed Yellow. And then we use the Wicked Gloss Black to make it transparent, to push the background a little bit further back, make the watch look 3D like it's coming off. And that's a W018 Wicked Gloss Black. Only black that I'll use. And that's Wicked W018 Wicked Gloss Black. The Wicked 4011 Reducer, the Create Text 4011 Reducer. And the purple, this is becoming one of my favorite colors, is 0088 Wicked Opaque Dioxazine Purple by Wicked. Fantastic color. And we used my splatter template that I made on my cry cut. And we used basically the Drew Blair curve with the texture in it that I made on my cry cut. 10 mil Mylar solvent proof free. So now we're going to switch over we're going to hit all the dial marks. And we're going to use an orange. Get this back over here. I apologize for getting in the way of the camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple colors I have set aside and mix up an orange. I think orange is just classic. Classic pop art feel, right? The orange. Before I mix the orange up, let's protect our bands. I'm going to make 2 quick cuts. So the first cut is this one. Protect our band. The ridges in the watch and stuff like that I'm not concerned with. I got a plan for the dial. So what we're going to do is protect that part of the band. I'll make another quick cut. We'll protect the other part of the band. Like this. Put this up here. Get that band pretty much under wraps. Like that. And protect the dial. Cut the dial off real quick. So we're going to put this under here. We just need two magnets maybe. So one here, one here. Now that's all protected. We slice that up pretty good, right? So no stencils, no nothing. We're gonna go in and, hey honey, how you doing? Blue, as you're known on YouTube. We do a little reducer with a little bit of two colors that make orange. Can anybody, without looking it up, post it in the comments? What two colors make orange? Are there two colors that make orange? I'm gonna go to the 0.2 because it's finer. This is literally like 4 drops of paint. So now we're gonna start with the dial pieces. And if anyone practices their dots, should be pretty straightforward. My head gets in the way, I apologize. And so, Dean, this is what I was talking about from on the side. Like, if I had to get over and get up all in your guys' way and stuff. But I got used to finding out where I'm spraying. And then doing side fades. So that way my cup's out of the way. And there's zero overspray around that. That's the way I got used to doing stuff. This one, we're going to make these brighter later, but I just want a dot done. The other thing too is I'm getting really good with my airbrushes, the ones that I own and use, with my trigger control, and I know where to pull back, how close I can get. Stuff like that, and that helps out a ton. Like I'll outline the inside of these I'll get real close. With 0.2, I can hit some very, very thin lines. Micro thin lines. You're about to see in a second. So I just color that in. There's no overspray, and it didn't hit this at all. I'm just getting used to using my airbrushes. So like this one's pretty straightforward. I find out where I am, and then I just run a line. And I got used to not having freehand templates for so long. Like now, even now I totally forgot. I can take my splatter template, right? If I really wanted to, like, get super technical with it, and I can line it up with the black edge, and without even having to worry, I can just spray in this piece. Nice and dark, one shot. Because I bounce it off the template and let the template go that way, right? And the same thing with the circles. Usually I would cut all these out, line it back up. I don't have to do that anymore. And like this piece of the watch, I know I'm already going down the center with black. So I just went right over the middle. Excuse me, my cough is... COVID cough is still here. But if you practice your dots and your lines, they really do apply to a lot of stuff. See, this one I'll do a side fade. So I'll put my guns on an angle. Or I shouldn't say gun, my brush. Same here. Get real close. After this next one, I'll check the comments and see what you guys are talking about. This one will just side fade down in a circle. Get that real tight around the edge. Beef up the middle. And that's like that. It's all comes down to a lot now with just control over your brush. No matter what brush you're using. You gotta remember, this is gonna be a pop art piece. So I really even shouldn't be trying to go this tight and minimize my overspray, because I'm gonna go in with black and re-black the black to make it kind of cartoonish. You know, like Art Deco type. See, I got some here. That's fine. Their face is getting covered up with paint too. Yeah, a little spider, but we could fix that real easy. One word: eraser. Like if I was super tight and was like, oh my god, like I got a little bit of spidering and I didn't want it and I did care about it, I could grab my typewriter eraser and hit it real lightly. And that will come right off. I'll grab it and we'll give it a try. So we'll use the Faber-Castell. Now, if I really was like, oh, it's not good, I could go very lightly in here. Because you don't want to dig too much paper out and create a highlight. Just want to clean up the area. Make it kind of white again. And I'm rubbing so lightly that I'm actually shocked that the paint is coming off. Like that. Now it's not the end of the world, right? I got a little mess right here. Keep in mind that this face on this watch is going to be like 8 different colors. But if I needed to, that's why tools like this are here. So we'll go in and we'll do, sorry about bumping you guys, we'll do this. I have purple paint in my hands, like I got purple paint on my watch. Now, these 2 hands and this is going to be a different color. And it's a lot easier to clean out in between colors with the cup on top instead of the side. So the next bubblegum color we're going to go in with is going to be how about a neon pinkish red? That'll look pretty cool. use a neon color. Yeah, we dig it. Now we gotta scrumble the edges here. So now we're gonna put the 0.2 to the test. I literally have 1 drop of paint on here. And I could. Okay. This is just like a long dagger stroke. Yeah, I'm not at a freehand stage either, Dean, but I didn't have freehand templates for a long time. Like I used to do stuff like this. So instead of doing a dagger stroke and trying to do it perfect, I would take a piece of A4 copy paper and I would use the 2 natural edges, right? This is what I normally would do. So I would just put that there loosely, that there loosely, and just don't go past where you're supposed to, right? I don't care if it hits on the black. Because the black's getting really black anyway. And then when you take it off, it comes out perfect, right? You could do the same on this one. You know, if I want to tighten this up a little bit more, you just throw this in here, loose magnet. Throw this one on this side. I mean, there's no right or wrong way of doing stuff. If you really wanted to get coverage, you can just run it. With the cutoff point. Now it's super bright. Right? And you got the hands done. So that's it. We did the background today. We got some of the inside done of the face. Had some cool people show up. I appreciate you all. I will be working on this throughout the week. As usual, I do take bids. So next Saturday, I will wait to actually finish this up. But I'll work on it a little bit here and there through the week. Should we go neon? Now that I'm looking at it. Let's do this one last dot up here, neon. Hello. What's neon and orange look like? Probably red, huh? Put a neon center in the orange. Really pop it out. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, dry tip off there. Run lines down the center there. Sideways. Like that. There you go. It's looking pretty good. I dig it. Right, well, so I appreciate everyone for showing up. I know everyone's bouncing back and forth between a couple feeds. I think there's a couple feeds going on today. And I was Steve Wheeler couldn't do his, which that sucks because that dude's awesome. I like watching his. I don't know who else is doing a feed today, but yeah, I appreciate you all showing up, and I'll see you guys in exactly 7 days. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks, Blue. As like always, I got the band covered up, Blue. The band's gonna say natural. I'm just gonna hit the darks. I'm gonna fade out the darks more dark in the band. So as always, my pieces are for sale. You can bid on them. Put the day and time in the comments, and put what you can afford to pay for it. Highest bidder wins by next Saturday. And one more thing. Anybody that's watching, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, can you please subscribe to the channel? It helps my YouTube algorithm. And hit the bell notification icon. And it'll let you know when I go live. Because I'm going to be doing a lot more random live feeds. Because I am working on something else. And I'll show you. This is a commission piece that's going to be getting done. The outline's done, kinda. And it's Miles, the Teenage Spider-Man kid. So the outline's pretty much done. as a starting point. It looks real good on camera. It don't look that good in person. But once I start working them, then I'll go in with an actual paintbrush and tighten up all the black lines. So this is a commission piece. Not going to say what they're paying, but like I said, everything that I paint on my live feeds is biddable. If you want to bid on it, you can. And I'm just going to throw it out there. A starting bid on this is $50. It's gotta be worth it for someone to win. But you got a whole week. So I appreciate the kind comments, Paul. I appreciate the people that showed up today. Blue, Paul, Dean. Right? You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. I'm going to go eat something. But this watch will be dope when it's done. Thank you to Spray Gunner. In the description of this video will be links to everything that I use, including my new drafting table that I did not purchase through Spray Gunner. I got it as a birthday present, so I'll just find one comparable and link to it. I don't know how much the person paid for this, but it's awesome. See you guys in 7 days. I appreciate you all. Thank you.